Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we are going to have our discussion on one of the aspects of human behavior. I'm talking about all those people who act out of rashness and regret later on. The signs of typical impulsiveness, which can be seen in the palm from the signs of palmistry, because we all encounter these kind of people in our daily life. You know, you're doing shopping at a grocery store, you must have got stuck in the long queue just because the person next to you is fighting with the cashier over a very petty concern. So I'm talking about all these signs of impulsiveness. And guys, just because I wanted to support this research and findings with a proper real life example, so I started doing a research on finding out all those globally known faces, globally known people who also get associated with the archetype behavior of impulsiveness. So to my surprise, the first name which popped up was the person sitting on the top of the throne. See, now this is what the problem is. I took the name of throne and you guys started counting the remaining days for the beginning of the finale of Game of Thrones. So I'm not talking about the Lannisters or the King's Landing. I'm talking about the 45th President of United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump. And guys, one thing which I want to make you clear at the beginning of this analysis is that I do not have any biasness towards Mr. Trump's personality, because many artists give very derogatory portrayal of his image in their work. That is not my intention. I'm not a political expert who has a knowledge of all the strategies, of all the policies which he's opting. All what I'm concerned about is that showing you guys the signs of impulsiveness in his palm. Now the image which I fetched from the Google, which we are going to discuss today, is the image which has been taken from his his palm image which he gave for the the installation of his wax statue at the Madame Tussauds Museum. So guys, as you can see in his palm, the palm image is right there in the screen. The first thing is that you need to give emphasis to the condition of the thumb. Like the way I always say, thumb in our human anatomy is the only thing which differentiates us with the primitive man. So if you will see, the standard length of the thumb just tells about that the person will have control in his impulses. Now if you will see in his case, in his palm, the standard length of the palm is considered as, and it gets compared with the bottom flange of the index finger. So let's say, for example, if you will keep your thumb close to your index finger, and you will find that the middle of the third flange of the index finger, if your thumb is reaching till there, so that means your thumb is of standard length. But if it is of shorter length from that point, it means that you have a shorter thumb in your hand. And if it is more than that, then we can say in this particular person's hand, the length of the thumb is high. So now, just because in his case the length of the thumb is small, which just tells about that the person could be driven by the emotions at the time of whenever he has to act with a lot of contemplation, and he has to give more priority and preference to the logics. Just because in his palm there is a lot of tremendous of signs of energy. I even checked his astrological chart as well. In his natal chart, the Mars is sitting right on the ascendant, and if you will take a look on his palm, his inner mount of Mars is very protruded, very swollen. His even the center of the palm, because in majority of the cases you will find little bit hollowness on the middle of the palm, but in his case you will even find the middle of the palm is little bit swollen and protruded, which just tells about, yes, the person has a burst of energy. And just because the headline also at its termination is going towards the mount of moon, so which just tells about the person could be emotionally driven, and he might regret later on because of his impulse behavior and because of his impulsive actions. When we talk about the good signs, prominent signs in his palm, so as you can see right in front of you, he has a star symbol on the mount of Jupiter, which signifies leadership, which signifies power. He has a star on his mount of Apollo, which signifies fame and fortune. So all the prospect of the fame, the power, the leadership is there in his palm. Even if you will see the condition and the quality of the mount of Venus, which is in a very good state, which is very swollen, which is pink in color, which is also telling about Mr. Trump's extravagant lifestyle. But right now, just because our main concern today was to see the signs of impulsiveness, so I wanted to put this thumb on the forefront. Even if you'll see the condition of the fingers, see in his case the length of the index finger and the ring finger is of equal in length, which just tells about that his sense of self is in balance with his role in the society. But yes, just because of the condition and the the state of the length of the thumb, along with a bending headline and the burst of the energy in the palm, this kind of impulsiveness can be seen in some person's behavior. So guys, this was just a basic overview video to give you an idea about this particular aspect of human behavior. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on the science of palmistry, please subscribe my channel on YouTube and like my Facebook page. Thanks.